Welcome to Beauty Talk. I'm so glad we have Agnieszka here today. So we're going to start our chat with a little bit understanding your hair, of course. Could you share with us a little bit how you started growing your beautiful hair?
Of course, it's so nice to be here, first of all. So my story started when I bleached my hair extremely. It was so damaged, it was just falling off. So I thought, okay, let's see if these DIY formulas and natural oils really work. So I started trying different recipes and I saw, okay, it works. So then I got into growing my hair as well, and I started finding natural solutions and ready-made products to make my hair grow longer, faster.
That's amazing. Actually, I've never seen people with such long hair that's so healthy. You mentioned a little bit about brewing your own products at home. I want to just ask a little bit more, so maybe we could get some tips from you as well. What kind of products that you made at the beginning, and what sort of materials that you used to make your very first product?
For example, it's coming back now, it's viral now, rosemary hair rinse or lotion. So that was actually also my first homemade product. And now I am transforming it into ready-made products, but I also still use, for example, rosemary.
Oh, that's very cool. So a lot of us actually talk about clean beauty in a way we use extracts from natural materials. So going into your products, so I know there's a lot of different types in it. Maybe you can share a little bit about different kind of natural ingredients that you used for inspiration, or even a new line of products that you're doing.
Yes, for example, from special ingredients, not very popular in my country. It's actually a first product with this ingredient. It's wasabi extract.
Oh.
So we actually buy fresh wasabi and then we transform it into extract on site to not transport such a heavy load. So we make it on site. Also, we use, for example, as I mentioned, rosemary, and this is a part of our new line, which is targeted at younger audience because I wanted to target a person like me from the past. I was looking for good products, but with reasonable price and colorful and fun. So here it is, and here we have rosemary. We are also into something called upcycling. So we are using products from food industry, and we put them in our, for example, shampoo. So here we have passion fruit seeds from food industry, and we ferment them. And because of fermentation, they work really great on your scalp. So they are soothing and they are moisturizing and work like charm.
So it's actually the first time that here you can use food waste for shampoo. I don't really see that a lot, especially here in Hong Kong. What sort of got you into this route of producing these kind of products? Because obviously when you think about food and food waste, you wouldn't immediately think of putting it on your hair. So is there something that you noticed or you read or you tried that made you do this product?
As a person with a scientific background, currently I'm training to be a clinical trichologist. We are very focused on these molecules and on these substances, but when we dig deeper, we always see that they come from something we know already. For example, we have lecithin, and it's a part of egg yolk. And there is a homemade recipe to put egg yolk on your hair, and it really works. Why? Because there is this molecule, lecithin, in it, this ingredient which is very precious and very good for your hair. So my idea is to take inspiration from homemade products and from the knowledge of our, let's say, grandmas and our ancestors, and then make it very scientifically, also proven, and put it into ready-made products.
That's amazing. So, Agnieszka, you mentioned that wasabi is actually something from your own culture that you guys use, and that's one of the inspiration. I'm actually very interested to know, in your culture, what else are inspiration for some of your products? Because, for example, wasabi is actually very famous in Japan as well, and I personally haven't seen any products with that for hair yet, so I would be interested to see what else did you get inspiration?
Of course, for example, here I have this hair mask with a butterfly, which is, even this butterfly is native to also our country. It's very rare, but it's a very special butterfly. And also, for example, we use oat.
Okay.
Because Poland is famous from its wheat, oats,
Yes.
and these proteins that are excellent for your hair. So we use proteins, plant proteins a lot.
I love that because I mean butterflies. What an interesting combination for hair product. And moving on to thinking about like how we treat our hair. So normally, obviously, we love to do something with our hair with the coloring, and sometimes we curl them, we straighten them. Do you have any comments on whether or not we should do that, or what are the aftercare tips that you would share?
My approach is everything is for us. It's not that we should take care of our hair and be, you know, some kind of slave of our hair routine. So we cannot do anything.
Yeah.
So I think once a week or once a month we can do anything we want. Myself, I dye my hair. It's not my natural color, so I'm always honest about that. My length is all natural, but color isn't, and it's harmful for hair. So what I always do is something I coined, it's called micro oiling. So you put just a bit, just a small portion of oil. This is even enough for short hair, like one drop. And before every wash, you put it throughout your hair and then you brush it in, and it protects your hair from shampoo and from also hard water. So this is something I really love. And also the method of applying conditioner. Always when you apply it, you should brush it in with a hairbrush. Not everyone does this, but it improves it will improve any conditioner. Even the cheap ones will work better when you do this.
I didn't know that. I just kind of rub it in my hair and that's pretty much it.
You should try brushing in. It's a game changer.
Yeah, I would definitely check that out. So as a last question, I just want to know if you have any big moves or big launch that we should be aware with?
Oh yes, so during this fair we are launching our next line called Hairmoji, which is a fun line for younger audiences, so they can have very simple routine, but with great ingredients. So they don't really have to read all the ingredients, they just need to look here. If they want to use it daily for silky and shiny hair, this is what they have to pick. Or for example, if they want to have nourished, soft and bouncy hair, they should pick this one. So it's easy routine, but very effective and excellent quality.
A lot of people actually have a myth of whether or not how we should wash our hair, and the way that we wash our hair would affect our hair quality. I'm sure obviously you're the expert on this, so could you give us some suggestions?
Obviously, very often what I see people do is take shampoo and go straight from the bottle onto their hair. For me, this is not the best way, and the best way is to pour shampoo into some kind of a cup, a container, and then add a little bit of water, and then mix it, and then put it on your head, because then it's already a bit lathered, and you don't have to lather it on your head, and so you don't tangle your hair. And this tangling of your hair can lead later to, for example, troubles with brushing. And when you have troubles with brushing, you can, damage your hair, so it's not great. So we always also should brush our hair before washing, then put water on our hair, then put this mixture of shampoo and water, massage, of course, thoroughly, because it also helps with hair growth. And then rinse it. Very often I recommend washing twice. The only exception is when you have very, very dry scalp. But for regular use, twice is the best.
That's amazing. I thought that actually oftentimes when we're in winter, a lot of people said you don't actually have to wash your hair that much because washing will wash away the natural oil on your hair scalp. What are your opinion on that?
First of all, after every wash, after every use of shampoo, you should follow up with a conditioner. So the conditioner works instead of your natural oils. It protects your hair and conditions your hair. So this is enough for your hair to look great. But regarding the frequency, you should wash as frequent as you have to. So you never keep your hair dirty too long. When you start feeling it's not itchy or not feeling nice, you should immediately wash it and not wait till the next day. But when you feel okay, it's okay to keep your hair for 2 days, maybe sometimes depends on the weather also, for 3 days when you have a very like not oily scalp, very dry scalp. So every day is also okay, but conditioner is a must.
So like about conditioners and all the shampoo, it's very clear. But I have one more question that I'm actually very curious, is the temperature of the water. So it's funny because the temperature of the water is now often discussed as we have climate change problem and everyone say that we should do cold shower more. Do you actually bother with the temperature for your hair or you think it doesn't matter?
Well, it matters less than we think because many people recommend cold rinses for hair that it closes your cuticle. It's not scientifically proven, so you don't really have to do it. Personally, I use lukewarm water, so it's pleasant. It's not very cold, but it's not very hot. Very hot water can be harmful for your scalp. You shouldn't wash your hair in very hot water, and very cold water is just unpleasant. So I prefer something in the middle, you know. Just hair care should be a pleasure. That's also very important.
That's a very, very good point. Thank you so much for all the tips and ideas for hair care today, Agnieszka. We're really grateful to have you here.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.